time for Cigar Talk, the fastest growing cigar show in the nation. Whether you're a new cigar enthusiast or a cigar aficionado, we have something for everyone, bringing you the best interviews, cigar reviews, and weekly giveaways. So grab yourself a cigar.
It's time to light 'em up.
Welcome back to Cigar Talk. I'm your host, Rob Jones. We got Bryant Falconer in the seat of the co-host because he's the co-host for the most.
Dude, you need to quit.
How's it going, man?
I'm doing good.
So, how you been?
Hey, man, I've been blessed, bro. Had a great week. No, I didn't. They almost killed me.
They almost killed you where?
At the doctor.
Oh.
Yeah. He gonna lie to me and tell me it was just iodine in the IV they gave me. I eat shrimp all the time, so I know I'm not allergic to iodine.
Right.
But I start convulsing after that, man. It's like, ugh. I wanted to throw up. You know, your mouth get juicy and you like, and ain't nothing there. Like, oh, God.
Was this the doctor?
Yeah.
Was the finger in your butt?
No.
Okay.
I said it IV.
I didn't know what was making
a suppository. I said IV.
Oh, sorry. I was like, that would be uncomfortable.
You a special dude. Yo, man.
Hey, so anyway, let's talk about what we're smoking. Tell them what we're drinking. You're going to have to get the bottle from, that's almost
From
empty.
Larry.
Yeah, get that
Empty
bottle from
bottle.
Larry. But, no, man, we've actually already done one show tonight. We did the crew show, which is for our Patreon group that supports the show every month, and we are so thankful for those guys.
Yes, sir.
And they are willing to, would you say, tolerate?
Yes. Perfect word.
Yeah. They tolerate us, but we appreciate them. So the Light 'em Up Crew show is pretty much just the unfiltered version,
uncensored.
of
Say it
us.
right. Yes.
Like, I don't even know how much we talk about cigars on there.
This one you talk about them at all.
I don't think we mentioned them last show.
We didn't.
In fact, to be honest with you, I don't remember anything about it.
People we got to understand you. I'm sitting there and I'm marveling at your little brother because I'm like, he did with 40 years of this stuff. And he's sane. And I'm like, how?
I mean,
How?
in this day and age, some people would say child abuse.
For real.
But in the 80s,
He's talking about locking them in closets.
hide and go seek.
Yeah, after you got caught. Where they at? Oh, they hiding right now.
You know what? I have heard that come out of the closet. And then I'd be like, oh, I found you.
You better not say a word. If you say a word, I'm going to put you in another closet you won't get out of.
You wait till they leave again.
Yeah.
And they will.
And leave me in charge. Oh, man. I just know you were a terror, bro.
Let me tell you some interesting facts that you don't know about the kid. First of all, he's 12 years younger than me.
Uh-huh.
That's a pretty big gap. I mean, you think when I'm growing up, by the time he's born, I'm already into my shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Same way
I don't
with me
give
and
two
my younger
shits
sister.
about some little baby because I'm having fun.
It's the weird
And
part.
I'm an asshole.
It's
But
just the weird part about it. My youngest sister is 12 years younger than me, and I was in high school playing football when she was like in preschool. And my mom was like, you got to take Erica with you. I'm like, ah. So I go try to run 2 miles. She would keep up with me.
whoa, no kidding.
I was like, you got a future in track. I'm like, you in preschool running with me? Because I'm trying to lead you.
Wow.
Dude, you know it.
Well,
Every time you go somewhere, you better take your sister with you. I don't want her to see what's getting ready to happen.
yeah, I mean, I remember like taking our other brother, Corey, with me. He's 6 years younger. And it was always like, I don't want him to see what I'm doing. You know what I mean?
Yes, I do.
It's just like, and then he would be with me, but being 12 years younger, I was like, he's too young and dumb to even notice. He's not going to say anything.
He worries about his dreams. Man, where's this dream coming from? Rob.
Yeah, but no, dude. Always the kindest, friendly guy you could know.
The exact opposite of you.
That's true.
He saw what was wrong. I'm not going down that road.
So what you could say is I taught him a lot.
Yes, you did.
Right.
Of what not to do.
So I'm responsible a little bit for how I turned out. You know.
If you want to take
That
it down
gives
that
me
route.
a positive.
No, it doesn't. It's still a negative.
Anyway. And he was always a hell of an athlete.
Yeah.
Like, he had the talent, but he was never a dick
Like you.
like me.
Yeah.
Like, if I had his natural talent and you pair it up with my natural dick,
You'd still be in the CFL.
I'd take it. Piece of shit out of that junior college that wouldn't let me play for them.
Oh, my God.
I was like, I can play anything.
Anything? Anything.
Anyway, hey, let's get on topic. What are you smoking?
I am smoking the Grande Bold Modafina.
Modafina. Dude, you've smoked that down to the nub.
And I'm still smoking it.
I'm smoking the McAuliffe Riata in the 6x46.
Perfect
Dude,
smoke.
I have just fallen in love with a new stick. Like, you know, I always love the Medallia, but the Riata's right up there now. Like, seriously, I'm just blown away. Totally. Like, wow. And the cool thing is, I never saw it even coming.
He just got through talking about his little brother had all the talent. Yeah, I didn't see him. He tried to throw his damn his label in a cup and miss like a motherfucker. And then I was like, I know he's glad he did miss because he was the one with the
When I-
I'm sitting there looking, I'm like, he just tried to shoot that, and it was right there, and he missed.
But you're right. When I saw, I was like, oh, that's my liquor. I'm glad I missed.
Tell him what you drinking.
Pass that bottle over here. So, guys, tonight, I got to look. We're drinking the Old Forester straight bourbon whiskey, and it's 100 proof.
100.
And give a shout out. I don't know where all they are,
Uh-huh.
but I went to Goodies. I've never been there. Goodies. Is that right? Goody. Liquor store. I go down there, bourbon aisle, dude. This was $22.
Wow.
And some of the other bourbons that I spend somewhere like from 30 to 50 were like anywhere between $5 to $10 cheaper. I was like, damn. Got to start driving all the way up here. But, dude, this is good for $22.
Yeah, it was.
And, you know, the funny thing is, I thought I found a new one.
Yeah, Larry told me. He's like,
Larry-
no, we've been drinking that. Shit, you just don't remember.
You know, I am who I am. Right? Oh, you want some more?
No, I
Are
was
you
going to hand it back over
Larry.
to...
It's like, you ever been to like one of those SeaWorld shows
Yeah.
and they throw fish?
At Orca.
Larry's like a dolphin. I got it. Exactly.
Do it, bro. Do it.
So, anyway, what are you're not drinking.
Somebody has to be sane.
Hey, we've been here for 6 hours
Already.
So anyway, hey, but we've had a great time.
Yes, sir.
And we had a fun cruise show. So thank you to the Patreon. And so let's dive into one of the topics that you want to talk about tonight.
I want to talk about. I asked, "Did you see the Batman movie?" And you told me no.
Yeah.
And I was like, "It's a good movie, dark. It's what Batman is supposed to be." But what hit me was, if you were a superhero, what would be your thing?
Huh. You know how dangerous that question
Yes, I do.
is.
The door went wide open for you.
And I'm like, keep it PG-13. This is not the Light 'em Up cruise show. And so, if I think about it, when I was a kid, I always thought the badass superpower would be anytime you wanted to start it and stop it, and it's invisibility.
Invisibility.
I mean, just when poof, you do whatever. Wow.
And see, that's a problem with you. Invisibility. Woo! You would have to sign the registry. You probably signed it invisibly.
Hey,
I signed.
here's the thing. Some people would consider me a hero, and some
You'd be
people
an
would
anti-hero.
consider me a criminal. Because, I mean, at one point, you're just like, you know what, I'm going to do that because I can.
Yeah, I asked you the wrong question.
Like one night, while the president is sleeping,
no.
I go in and completely rearrange the Oval Office, like bring in new, modern furniture.
He probably walk in like, huh? Oh yeah, I did put it over there.
I'm in the wrong office. Oh no!
Oh man, I asked you the wrong question, bro.
Well, what superpower would you go for?
I've always wanted to be like the Hulk. Because I used to have an anger issue, and that ability to be angry and strong and nothing can stop you. Yeah,
yeah. What I've learned here is neither one of us should play this game. Sounds like we've got some real fucking issues.
Boom.
Mind blown.
Man. Yeah, that was my favorite superhero, bro. His ability.
I was a big fan, but I never thought I want to be like that dude.
I did. I still do.
Would you? What if you still had to be green?
Don't bother me. I'm already black.
See, I didn't have that perspective. I was like, change me from white. Whoa. I'm serious.
I know. I know.
All right, you know what? I'm
serious.
No, I just never thought about the Hulk as one of those dudes that I wanted to be.
Dude, nobody can. In the comics, nobody could stop him. Now, you watch the movies.
Yeah, but as an invisible man,
I still whoop your ass.
I'm not. Well, no, I'm not in that whole fighting crime scene.
Okay.
I'm doing my own shit.
Hey, so you never watched the Hulk, did you? You never watched the Hulk, did you? Because he wasn't fighting crime neither. He was fighting crime. He was fighting the superheroes.
But it always turned out back in the series in the 70s. Mm-hmm. It was always like.
Are you talking about
Bruce Wayne
with Bill Back?
Yes,
dude, that was fake.
Okay, so you're going off the comics.
Yes.
Okay,
I ain't going off the man. Ferrigno wasn't big enough to play the Hulk back then. Oh God.
As you get older, they get longer.
Lord, we skirting on that PG. We skirting.
I'm talking about your earlobes.
Yeah, right. Why you grab your pants?
I didn't grab him.
Yes, you did.
I slid a hand down on him.
Oh, God. That's even worse.
So, how you been?
Nope. All right, bro.
Safety first.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, what were we talking about? I think
You were trying to make some point about the Incredible Hulk series
I
from the
think
70s.
I thought you were talking about that dude, and I was
Nah.
like, I don't want to be that dude.
Nah.
But I wasn't a big comic fan.
I was.
I know you were, but
Ooh.
I feel like I missed out.
Yeah.
But
It
at
was a
the
different
same
world.
time, I was like, read? Nah, I'm good.
You got to realize I've been reading since 3.
I barely read now.
Yeah, I understand. My mother was a teacher. I had to read.
You know what's crazy?
What's that?
And I don't normally say anything about my wife on the regular show. Sorry, honey. But anyway, my wife is an English literature graduate from Texas Tech.
Okay.
Do you know how tolerant that she has become?
Yeah, because
with
you speak
Labuckian?
Labuckian. Yeah, she's very tolerant.
It's like she just shakes her head.
Yeah, I can see it.
And I'm like, but isn't that funny that like
Someone that knows the English language well,
right.
married to
And let me tell you something.
a
Like
Labuckian.
let me tell you this though. Like when two people like that marry, my wife has a degree in English literature, so you would be like, oh, Rob might become a little more refined.
Yeah, you got a PhD.
No.
Yes, you do. A player
Wait.
degree.
No. What happened is, and I don't want anybody to tell her I said this,
She don't listen to the show.
but the opposite has happened. I've dumbed her down.
Oh God.
I was the more powerful one.
That's your superhero thing.
Boom! I never got the invisibility, but I'm able to dumb you down. All of you have experienced it in some level.
You are not lying. You are not lying.
That is my superpower.
Woo.
What would you call that ability? Evil.
No, assholeness.
I'm gonna get like a Superman outfit, but I'm gonna have a golden A.
Yes,
For asshole.
assholeness. Who is that? The asshole.
That's the asshole man.
Everybody run! You'll be dumb.
Now wait a minute. I gotta ask you one thing. Is this the regular show?
Yes, this is the
Okay.
regular show.
Well,
Please
why
stay
are
there.
you going so far with everything?
Because I made a mistake and followed you down this hole.
right, you don't normally do that.
No.
You're the reining it in. So,
Forgive me, folks.
hey guys, it's his fault that
Forgive me,
this show got a
folks.
little raunchy. Sorry.
It's not my fault.
Yeah, you're the rainer.
I was thinking you was gonna call me the rain, man. I was gonna say that is real wrong. Oh man.
I don't make fun of people who have disabilities.
It was perfect. I didn't have to say a word. He was on the show and you made
Who?
You don't remember being on the show?
Who?
I'm not gonna say the name.
When? Okay, let's get back on track. Go ahead and continue with your hypothesis. Folks, you're going to want to tune into the YouTube channel because Bryant has his head buried in the sand. Woo.
Man.
And Larry's saying 10 minutes.
10 minutes. 10 minutes.
We try to keep, each segment down to 30 minutes. That way, give or take a little bit.
We not on for 2 hours.
Yeah, we've been here for 6 hours and 30 minutes.
Oh man.
And let me tell you what, that old Forrester 100 proofs holds up.
We know. Just as long as you don't act like granddad. Because I don't want you 10 toes in this mud, bro.
Hey, and my history
Yes.
with my granddad.
Yes. Oh,
So, I should have known better.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's enough about the superhero power. Are you going to be all right? Hey, guys, I apologize for you at home listening that Bryant has just continually lost it on the show. I mean,
I'm good.
why is your shirt off? Why? Are you trying to be like shirtless Mike?
No, never.
It's the brother Mike.
Brother Mike.
You've got bigger tits.
And can control them.
Woo! And he controls them. All right, shirtless Mike. Sounds like a challenge. Let's not get brother butt cheeks over here.
Oh, no.
Anyway, you know what? Let's talk about something positive because we've been down some roads, so to speak.
Gotcha.
Let's talk about Tabanero.
Okay.
Like, you know what's funny is we know how good Tabanero is.
Correct.
What I love is giving them to people who have never had them. And the response is worth the giving.
Oh, yes.
Like when you bless someone's soul with a cigar, and that's
cigar.
like a cigar that you know is going to be like something
Lights
they've
out.
never experienced.
Yes.
Anyway, you know, me and my brother went to see Billy Strings. Awesome, amazing concert. Like the takeaway from going to that, if you were to label it, what that show was for me, it was mind blown. It was crazy, dude. It was, I mean, I've never seen anything like it.
Gotcha.
I never had the chance to see Pink Floyd in concert, but when I left Billy Strings concert, I felt like that's as closest I've ever been.
Okay. So how does this tie into Tabanero? I'm doing my job. I'm ready.
All right. Got a little sidetracked. Sorry. I don't know. But, because on the trip.
Okay. All right. Here we go.
I gave my brother a Tabanero, Connecticut.
Okay.
And, you know, dude doesn't smoke a lot of cigars.
That's correct.
He has smoked everything from like the gas station, what is it? Like
Swishy
acid.
Sweets.
No, acid.
From the
blunts.
gas station?
Acid blunts. Like, you know, I think people like split them down the middle, tear out, and then put weed in there.
And roll it back up.
But he wanted to smoke cigars, and I was like, you know, you're kind of a fruity guy. So I got him a pineapple.
Dude, I feel so sorry for you. Man, because you've been going through this your entire life. Damn.
Dude, if you ever wanted to do like brand new car crash testing and you needed like a really nice, kind dummy.
He pointing at his brother. Oh my God. Dude. This is you.
I know.
Genuinely.
You know what? I feel like my brother's here. We owe him the best that we can do.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
But
I mean,
bring it back to Tabanero.
But what I want to say before we get back to Tabanero is when he leaves here after spending like 2 days with me, I want him to think that was a lot like being in that closet. And I'll be like, booyah!
You sending your brother back to rehab. What's
So-
your drug? Rob. Rob MF Jones.
Hey, but here's the thing, I gave him the Tabanero, Connecticut, and within like 3 puffs in, he was like, wow, what is this, man? This is really good.
Oh, cool.
And that's why I was telling that story, because I love giving cigars to guys where they like smoke it and they like, poof, the light comes on.
Yeah.
You know what I
I
mean?
got you.
Like, because we all had that moment. I mean, you smoke shit before we ever got like to the
Tell the
level
truth.
of where you were
Tell
going.
the truth.
Ooh,
Tell
this
the
is
truth.
something that I'm interested in. Because, like for me, I only smoked cigars when I got with Tim and we went out and celebrated because I thought it made me look cool. And you know what? It's probably the closest I've ever been
To cool.
to cool. You know what I mean? I might have thought I was cool in my teenage years. No, I'm not going to say.
Thank you.
Criminal. No, I'm just kidding. RS. That's how Willie Nelson got busted.
Yes.
Poor guy. He's how old is that dude?
He in his 90s. 87. That's close enough. Round up.
Hey, but he's been pickled.
Yeah.
He's lasting forever.
The IRS killed Sammy Davis Jr. and Red Fox.
And Al Capone.
And Al. No, that gonorrhea got Al Capone.
2 for 1. Sorry. Anyway, what were we talking about?
Another sponsor.
Let's talk about the leak. You know what's funny is earlier today when we were coming back from Fort Worth, I missed my exit and we ended up going through downtown Fort Worth.
Wait a minute. You said coming back from Fort Worth.
Coming back from Irving.
So you missed a whole lot.
Coming back from Irving,
Okay.
I missed the exit to go around one way and I ended up going downtown. And then, when you get downtown, you almost have to go like through downtown.
Yes, you do.
We saw the Riata. We saw the Silverleaf.
Okay.
And the funny thing is, though, when I was like, oh, there's the Silverleaf, he was like, oh, is that like part of the leaf? And I was like, negative, Ghost Rider. It's like, I said there's lots of shops that have the word leaf in their name.
Yes, that's true.
But you know what none of the other shops have? J.
True. Very true.
If you guys knew Jay the way I know Jay, I'm just saying there's nothing else. There's nothing else for you to know. If I say I know Jay, and that's why I'm a customer.
It tells the story. It tells the story, right?
I mean, if we break it down, why did we go to the Leaf? Jay. And it's not because he treats us any better than anybody else in the shop.
He doesn't. He treats everybody.
He should. No, I'm kidding.
He sponsors. He does.
He does sponsor the show,
does.
so all right, we'll give him that. No, but I mean, check this out. Last 2 weeks ago, I think, Granddad Day. It was
3 weeks.
3 weeks ago. Anyway, I was talking to Jay outside the Leaf. I told this story before, but I want to tell again that I was getting ready to go in the Leaf. Jay's leaving. We were in the parking lot, and I'm like, we're talking, and I said something about Matthew, and he was like, yeah, I went by Matthew's yesterday and put in a new electrical plug for him, outlet, because he'd quit working for some reason. Anyway, he did it. He taped it off, cut around the edges, and repainted like, somebody that you would pay to come do that. And I was like, dude, shut up.
Made you feel bad.
I was like, I hope you're not setting the bar when it comes to getting into heaven. Because I'm never going to make it.
No, that's not the reason.
Wow.
The granddad joke, the new joke. St. Peter's gonna be like, "Oh no, you on the wrong escalator, bro. Take the joke with you."
We don't want it here.
At all.
Ever. What's that? Okay, cool. Anyway, guys, if you need cigars, call up Jay. The phone number is down in the show notes. I promise you, you're not going to find better customer service out there of any cigar shop.
You're not.
And I've talked to some of the customer service reps at some cigar places, and you know what? I've had a lot of good experiences. Mm-hmm. I've had just one or two bad experiences, but I've never had as good as what I've had it with Jay. Period. Would you agree?
Yeah, 100%.
So anyway, look down the show notes, give a call up. You can get the Tabanero. You can get the McAuliffe line, which we'll talk about a little later. And, I mean, we're both smoking McAuliffe, and it's not because we have to. It's because we want to.
Yes, sir. And they're a good stick.
They're a good company.
Yes.
I mean, when you get to where they are in such a short time, it's because they're doing the right thing for the right reason.
Sir. Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? They're, as Jimmy Johnson said, walk the walk. And that's what McAuliffe does.
Yes, sir.
Leads by example.
100% true.
And they come up with like innovation, but it's so simple that you're like, wow, no one's doing that?
Nobody else is doing this, huh?
Yeah. So check down the show notes, and we're going to have a link down to the passport.
Yes, sir.
Sign up as an ambassador, get a passport. Mm-hmm. I know, guys, you realize every time you turn in a passport, it gets put in a drawing for $100 or more. And they actually send you a store credit at your local brick and mortar. Dude.
Who else is doing that? Nobody.
But I know guys at our shop
that have won it.
Not won it. Freaking Bryant is like $1,200-$1,300 in.
Yeah. Like
he has won $1,300 worth of cigars for doing a passport and sending it in.
Wow.
I would love someone to hand me $1,300 worth of cigars that I get to go pick. Right. So in the show notes, we'll have a link to the passport. Go by, check it out. I want to see what you do. I think that you could find some badass money to buy some badass cigars.
Yes.
So anyway, guys, hey, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to bring back my baby brother. He's 12 years younger than me.
Superstar.
He's the TikTok dancing UPS man.
The man.
We'll be right back, guys. Don't go anywhere. Hey, guys, thanks for hanging through the break. You know what? We got a very special guest. I always say we have a special guest because, you know what? I feel like they're special because they're blessing us from just taking the time out of their day to be on the show. And, you know, we're happy to get anybody that would come on the show and talk to us because, you know.
Thanks, brother.
Like, if you look at, like, cigar talk shows, like, we are probably the black sheep of the family. You know what I mean? You listen to the show.
Yeah.
Well, fucking speak up. Okay. He asked me during the break, he's like, what words can I not say? And I was like, don't drop any F-bombs. Now they're fair game.
Yeah.
So anyway, no, man, we got my brother on the show, and that just makes it a little bit more special.
Well, shit, man.
Hey, can you pull that mic up? You're like, it's pointed down at your Adam's apple.
Good.
No, you don't have one. What? Okay.
Better? Much better.
No, it's not. It's not better at all. It's still pointing at your chin. if your chin like had like 1,000 little mouths that were yelling.
There we go.
Boom, that works.
Yeah,
Okay.
sounds much
You hear
better.
the difference.
Yep.
All right, so what you got?
No, dude, thank you for having me, man. Like, I feel like a fucking
Nope. See,
celebrity.
there you go. Hey. Boom. It is hereditary.
Man.
My mother was a sailor. She sailed the 7 seas. No.
Dude, I'm on Cigar Talk. I'm happy to be here, bro.
Awesome, man. And so if you guys don't know, he is the dancing UPS guy on TikTok. Over 200,000 followers. He does like happy dances. I mean, it's like if you were to take a squirrel and give him like a quarter hit of acid.
There you go.
There you go.
There you
Put
go,
him in
bro.
a brown uniform.
My supervisors would be like, "Yep, that's about right. That's about right."
So, I mean, the cool thing, I mean, we're 12 years apart.
Yeah.
We have lived separate lives with times that we have been able to get together.
Yeah.
Like, because of the age difference, we didn't hang out all the time.
Mm-hmm.
It was like random, periodically times that we would be together.
100%.
And so for all of the growing up basically of separate lives, at the end of the day, at 53, I feel pretty good about how close we are, you being a completely different generation.
No doubt, dude.
You know what I mean?
No doubt. And I mean, I don't know how far you've delved into like our past and
I tried not to go back into the past.
yeah. No
I'm
doubt.
like, if I don't remember it, I can't testify to it.
Right. But yeah, after, mom and dad passing, I feel like that was
That was
our
actually our first connection.
That was our
on
first
a
deep-
level.
100%. That was
Like,
our first deep connection.
We had always been brothers, very cordial. We love each other,
yeah.
but also at the same time, we really didn't know each other.
Yeah, dude.
Like I knew you were like climbing mountains of fantasies. Like I'm gonna do this. All right,
Okay,
go for
try
it, bro.
it.
And
Yeah.
then you're like, I want to do this. And I was never the guy to be like, no, you're not.
Yeah.
I was the guy that was like, dude, go for it.
Hey, man, cigar talk,
I mean, yeah.
vice versa.
And you know what? We're very thankful that we are where we are. But no, I love to hear dreams or see people doing things that, is, I wouldn't say that is not normal, but, not a lot of people are doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people are doing what I'm doing. I mean, when you break it down, there's, 350 million people in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say that there's 5 million cigar smokers.
Right.
I mean, what, 60, 70 cigar shows? That's not a lot of the percentage of the people who smoke cigars.
And you do it right.
Well, I appreciate that. But,
You
I
do
mean,
it right.
what I'm getting at, though, is not everybody wants to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But the guys that want to do it, knock yourself out.
Dude.
I mean, if you are listening to Cigar Talk and you were thinking about doing a cigar show, reach out to me, dude. I'm always happy to help.
Yep.
Because it's like we were telling you before we actually got started tonight. You remember how long it took us, an hour and a half before we started recording the Light 'em Up Crew Show.
Yeah. Right.
And I told you, like, the gold, the absolute gold that drives me from Cigar Talk is the time before the show starts, the time in between when we take a break, and the time after. Like, I love doing the show.
It's real, bro.
It's real.
It's real.
And it's like, I'm getting to experience, like, hanging out with guys, smoking cigars, drinking bourbon that love good music,
Yep.
that have great conversation without judgment.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, let me tell you something. If you don't think it's hard for me to find a group that doesn't have judgment, I mean, I cross
That's very
a lot
rare
of
for
lines.
you. Yeah.
I mean,
that's rare.
you remember when I was in Lubbock and me and you were hanging out, you had a friend, very close friend, that was the manager at a bar that kicked me out.
Yes.
And they banned me.
yes.
They didn't say you need to leave. They said you need to leave and you're no longer allowed to come back here ever.
Only Rob.
And then but did I call up your friend, the manager, and I apologized. And I said, you know what? You're right. It was all my fault. I really want to apologize for what I did. I insulted you, and that's not what was my intent.
Correct.
And so, knowing that I feel bad for what I did, I understand now, and I won't do it again. I can come back to your bar. And he was like, no, you're still banned. I was like, what a dick.
Yeah.
I just poured out my heart to some dude who said, nope,
Ain't happening, bro.
ain't happening.
Ain't happening.
And that was a wild time, though. That was a time in our lives that we pushed a lot of limits.
No doubt.
And granted, I'll be the first to say we pushed a lot of them too far.
Well, and I mean, shit, dude.
That's life.
That's life. That's how you learn. That's how you grow. You push limits.
Yeah, and we did that in
A lot of
aspects.
100%.
Learned a lot from it, and I wouldn't change it.
No.
I mean, part of me's like, you know what, I wish I wouldn't have done that, but at the same time,
No, you can't. Yeah, you can't say that because
Right.
that situation and you made that decision shaped who you are today.
true.
You know what I mean?
True,
Like
yeah.
you wouldn't go back and do it over and do it different. I mean, granted, in certain scenarios, maybe, but you are who you are right now at this very moment because of that decision. You know what I mean?
You know what I would say to that?
What's that?
In the yada da vida,
Yeah,
baby.
baby.
Don't you know that I love you?
too.
Boom, motherfucker. Yeah. I mean, that's what it's all about is hang out with people you love, enjoy the time you have, enjoy the cigars.
Man, I tell you what,
Has this been the best weekend of cigar smoking for
100%,
you?
dude.
Like ever of your life so far?
ever. And seriously, like last night in particular, after the show, Billy Strings, hats off to you, bro. That was amazing show. But yeah, getting handed a quality cigar like that
That you've never had.
that I've never had.
And really, to be honest, I mean, as a cigar smoker, you're not Madonna, you're not a virgin,
Right?
but you're also like not Britney Spears, a complete whore. You know what I mean? So you haven't had a lot.
Right.
You've had some quality because you've smoked what I've smoked, but also like every time we get together, I always pick out like 2 or 3 sticks that I hope that you will smoke and it will like kind of open your eyes a little bit.
Yeah.
But I also have very low expectations because you don't smoke a lot.
Right.
So I don't expect you to get what the full body experience of complexity.
And as of right now, I don't.
Right.
I don't.
But I keep giving you really good quality
Dude,
cigars.
And case
And
in
so-
point, last night when you gave me that,
that was a Tabanero,
Tabanero,
Connecticut, which
correct.
we're both smoking right now.
yeah, dude.
And
so
I mean,
when I took like 2 or 3 pulls off of that, I was like,
I'll tell you guys,
beautiful.
Russ is like slivers away from being a virgin. Slivers, okay? But what I can tell you that he has smoked is primarily when he's with me.
Yeah.
And so you're smoking whatever I'm smoking.
Yeah.
And I'm always smoking stuff that excites me.
No doubt.
Stuff that, like, I hope eventually you'll be like, whoa, that was good. And that was kind of like what you experienced last night with the Tabernacle, Connecticut, because you were like, wow, what is this?
Mm-hmm.
You really haven't asked that much. Usually you're just like, yeah, that's good.
That's good. Yeah. That's generally my impression. That's good or that shit. But yeah, last night I was like, that's a different type of good.
Right.
And to the point.
And you know what's funny is, I'll tell you guys at home, is that he's such a cigar virgin that he still doesn't even know what to look for.
No.
That when you have a cigar, what makes it quality?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you don't know when you go buy a stick, after you're done smoking it, you can't tell me if it was low quality, medium quality, or high quality.
Well,
you wouldn't know the difference.
Right.
You might know on shitty quality.
Well, I mean,
when a cigar explodes on you and it's all butterflied, and you're like, that looks like
that's not
a virgin.
I know that's not good.
That is open.
But yeah, dude, like, shit. Back in the day, I was smoking a pack and a half of cigarettes a day, so that's all I knew.
And this is completely different.
Yeah.
This is like, you're not going to get the enjoyment of what you did as a cigar smoker other than the hand to mouth.
Exactly.
But what you do get that cigarettes can't is an experience of education, wisdom, the enjoyment of smoking with other like-minded
like-minded men. There you go.
I was just checking to make sure you're paying attention.
I'm there, bro.
Other like-minded men,
right,
or completely different minded men.
With
respect.
Absolutely.
Like when you go to a cigar shop, if you want to have a conversation with a guy that completely is on the other side of the planet from what your philosophy or your political party or whatever it may be, you can get with those guys and have a conversation. And sometimes you'll be like, never looked at it like that.
Well, exactly. You know what's funny to me about the cigar community, and I love it, and I just now experienced it this weekend. Honestly.
And you know what sucks for you, though?
What's that?
Is that you experience the leaf. And you know why that sucks?
Because it's the quality,
because you live in Lubbock. No, I'm not kidding, dude.
Right.
Like, the leaf is like a temple.
So let me explain it, like, from my perspective.
Yeah.
From
we went in, we said hello to the guys working.
Yeah.
I introduced you.
Yeah.
And then you kind of like just felt your way.
Yeah, dude.
Tell us how that started and where you went from there.
So the only other experience that I've had, even remotely close to that, so I coached CrossFit for 10, 12 years. That community was so tight and so like-minded. Like, that's the only other thing I've experienced to that degree. Like, these people came in to me, to my class, and
you know what? I understand that because there is a definite like community there.
Yeah.
And they're very supportive of the people that also join that at all different levels.
Exactly.
Like if you're at the bottom, those guys still accept you.
That was my job as a coach, to make sure, like, okay,
everybody was like a team.
Exactly. Like, this cat over here is, ripped like Gerard Butler from 300, but you got a mom right next to him doing the same exact workout. So it was my job to make sure, that community was built, and they, there was a common ground.
Right.
So for me to experience the leaf the way I did this weekend,
in a very pure way,
perfect.
Yeah.
It was exactly like my first time walking into a CrossFit gym. Like,
I thought you were going to say first time walking. Like, wow.
But dude, like, I walk in, I know very little about cigars, the community, but the first thing I notice when I sit down with 6 other men from completely different backgrounds,
different ages,
different
Doesn't
races.
matter.
No,
Right.
different races, Dude, we came together over a great cigar.
And that's why we call the cigar the great equalizer.
100%. Dude, I get it.
Because that's what brings us here. Like, I'm going to go smoke.
Yeah.
But what really brings you in is when you're going to have conversations with men of all races, all ages, all IQ levels.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, the IQ level, you know, a lot of guys don't have a lot of expectations. That's why we've done so well. And so, but no, that's the community.
And it's beautiful. I love it. And dude, like that was literally my first real experience
In a lounge.
Of what it's like. So,
And you met the owner.
and I met the owner.
And Jay, I mean, how did Jay treat you?
Like I was a member.
Like you were royalty.
Exactly.
I mean, the dude like has a vision of how the customer's experience should go.
Yeah.
And he wants to make it the best.
Yeah.
Like he walked through the room because he was going home to have dinner with his family,
Right.
but he stopped and talked to us for like 20 minutes, just random conversations.
Yeah.
And a lot of guys would have went out the front door so they didn't have to come through there because they're like, I got to get home. Jay's always going to make you feel welcome because you know what? He actually appreciates the fact that you're in his shop.
100%. And like coming from a former business owner like that, I felt like that was my job to make sure like if you were that 50-year-old mom who wanted to get in shape or whatever, like you were part of that community. And Jay did the exact same thing.
Right.
You know, like he made me feel welcome. I was like, I don't know shit about cigars. I'm here to have a good time, experience this life. And he was like cream of the crop to let me experience that.
Yeah. And I mean, you're not even experienced enough to know that when you walk into a cigar humidor, that it's like top notch, amazing.
Right. No,
but when you
not at
walked
all.
into his humidor, even being a new guy, you had to be like, whoa.
Well, I mean, I have been in a handful of humidors in my life to see that was grade A, 100% quality. I've been in a few where I'm a UPS driver profession, and I've delivered to a few, and I'm like,
And he dances on TikTok.
yeah, baby. But yeah, dude, I mean, I've delivered to a few. I'm like, the delivery I sent you 3 days ago is still sitting where I left it. That can't be good.
Right.
As far as I know.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I mean, I don't know if you like ordered a keyboard for a computer or an umbilical cord from a baby that died.
And Rob goes off the deep end.
You lived it. You actually lived it. What was it actually like from your perspective of having Rob Jones as your brother? Because you know what? I know what I think it is, but I've never asked you that. So, before you even fucking say a thing, I will beat your ass. No, what I was going to say is 100% honesty.
100%.
Like, don't, like, if you think it's going to make me mad, then don't say it. But anything else is good.
Then get out of my shop. Yeah.
No, I'm serious. Like, true story. What was it like growing up with a 12-year-old brother named Rob Jones?
Man, as, you know, super young, Rob Jones was, I mean, it was, 12 years gap. That's a big gap.
Yeah.
So
and that's why I'm asking, because I never knew what your perspective was. Because we were like different generations.
Oh, yeah. So, I mean, you were always that kind of elusive person to me. Like, the wisdom, everything was there, but I didn't know how to ask questions. I didn't know what to ask. I didn't know how to approach you. And then,
And I'll tell you this, just so you know, I was probably fucked up and I didn't know what to tell you anyway.
what? But
I'm serious.
but I mean, dude, like,
Because I don't know if you even realize this, dude. I was a guy that learned from experience. You know what I mean? I was never going to be like, they said I shouldn't do this.
yeah.
I was like, why?
And I don't know if it was just our raising, but I feel like I was the same way. I feel like mom and dad let us live.
Yeah. Our parents let us live.
They let us
life.
live. Yeah.
Yeah.
But as far as you as my brother, it was that elusive. Like, I don't really know what to say, what to do, how to approach you. But then, I came to the age, I started getting in crap, and you were always,
and you were like, fuck him.
but no, dude, you were always there.
Larry's giving me the thumbs down. Reel it in, Jones.
Okay, yeah, I'll reel you in.
All right.
Yeah, dude, you were always there. Like the epitome of a big brother. So, my 8-year-old Tristan, I always tell him, like, your little brothers will always look up to you to be there, to do what, to
Lead
be
by-
that.
Lead
by example. And he does.
I'm well
right now-
aware. I'm well aware. In fact, I told you today or yesterday, I don't remember, but I told you that your 8-year-old is very mature.
Dude,
Like Tristan is like the role model older brother.
and dude,
That was not me.
well,
That was not me, folks. He can like try to be nice and make up some shit, but that was not my goal.
So let me just give you a small blip in my childhood, growing up, getting into shit, experiencing bullies, et cetera, bullies, especially around where we were. There was one in particular, always out to get me type of thing. And dude rolls up in a, Camaro. I'm 12 years old. Dude rolls up in a Camaro, gets out, him and his brother about to beat me up at 12 years old. And the main thing that sticks out about you at that age was you rolled up, cut us off, or cut him off, get out with a crowbar. And it was like, I'm ready to go. Like, you were.
No. See,
no.
That's where you miss it. That's where you miss it. I was not like that at all. I got out with a crowbar and was like, I am about to enjoy ruining your vehicle. And if you get out, I'm going to ruin you.
Exactly.
And that was probably not the best mentality to have at that age. But at the same time, the message was, don't mess with my brother again, ever.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to come back in 6 weeks. Just, right now that I'm not messing around.
Right.
I'm going to be on it
So
from now on.
yeah, dude. And there's a quote from Good Will Hunting. I'll never forget. When
I remember that. It was, and let's take it back into perspective.
Mm-hmm.
What's the actor's name?
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon says, like, with all the honesty that you could pour out of a man,
Yeah.
I like anal. That's not what he said. Sorry, folks. I thought that's what he said. That was in that other movie where he played that gay dude. Anyway, sorry. I didn't mean to take you astray.
No, dude. That's you. But always there. Always there is what I know Rob to be is there. Period.
I don't know how else to be there.
What?
Like, I'm either going to be there or I'm not.
Right. And when you are, you are.
Yeah. If I can be there, I'm going to be there. And when I'm there, 110%.
Yep. And you were.
And you know what? You know who else did that for me that impressed me at a level that I didn't know?
Who's that?
CR.
Yep. Oh, dude.
Like,
To this day, me and him are like
I mean,
elbow to elbow.
and for you guys that don't know, he is our half white, half Mexican cousin.
Yeah.
And that I never experienced. I have, but I didn't recognize it for what it was.
Mm-hmm.
But dude, the part of him that's Hispanic,
Loyalty.
on a level that most white people don't know.
Get.
I
Don't
mean,
understand.
Like, not even close.
Nope.
And whenever I did experience it, I was like, man,
It's a different
we are missing out.
it's a different level, dude.
It is.
Different
And
level.
That, I mean, whatever you need, I'm here.
Yeah.
Let me know what you need. Not just like the first day and then check on me 6 weeks later on the last day.
Yeah.
Every day.
Yep.
What do you need today?
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, dude. And like when I was younger, we might not have had that at the time, but after that specific day that I remember that you doing that on 78th Street,
Yeah.
like that's what I recognized you as. He's gonna be there.
Right.
Period.
Always.
Always. And no matter what me, you, and Corey go through, like I know that beyond a shadow of a doubt.
Right. So, Case Elegance. You saw the humidors here in person.
Mm-hmm.
I showed you the cheaper one. Well, it was not cheaper. It's actually the same price or in the ballpark.
Mm-hmm.
But the product is cheaper. Like, they're selling a $40 humidor for the same price as Case Elegance is selling their humidor. But when I cut them open, I mean,
It was night and day.
dude, let me tell you this.
I don't know dick about humidors, but when you showed me
when I show you wood versus like a photo
you're right.
applied to non-wood, it's like I don't have to know anything else. That's all I need to know.
Yeah.
And, we were down at the Leaf on Saturday talking to a couple of guys that we hang out with all the time. And one of them was telling us, I've never been able to get my humidor to work right.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, dude, you ordered it off Amazon? And he's like, yep. And I'm like, I mean, if you're not, you don't know.
You don't.
I mean, if you were to order a humidor right now, before this weekend,
Mm-hmm.
and you didn't ask me,
I would get the cheapest one, and
you would be like, "That what difference does it make?
Exactly.
How many cigars does it hold? That's all I need to know."
That's all I need to know.
And then when you find out that you're buying something that really you might as well throw your cigars on the front dash of your vehicle in summer.
Yeah.
I mean, that's huge.
Yeah, dude.
Because you don't smoke a lot of cigars.
Right.
But if you had a humidor, you might want to keep 10 cigars in there.
Yeah.
But 10 cigars, easily $100.
Yeah.
20 cigars, $200. So guys that don't protect their investment, I mean, you're going to spend $100 for a good cigar humidor.
Dude, just like a good tattoo, man. Like
we were talking about that earlier.
You're going to spend quality money for quality product.
Yeah, I
period.
mean, if you want to look like you're not in prison, you go to quality tattoo artists.
Exactly.
And if you want a humidor that is going to take care of your cigars, you buy a quality humidor. And that is Case Elegance.
Right.
So look down the show notes. And if you use the code Cigar Talk Coin, you'll get a challenge coin with our logo on one side and their logo on the back. If you're watching YouTube right now, you would know because I just showed it to you. And if you're not watching YouTube, go watch YouTube. I released 3 separate interviews last week. That's not even part of the regular show. So if you're listening to us on Spotify or Apple iTunes or whatever, and you never go watch the YouTube videos, you need to go watch. We released 3 interviews this week that's not available on the audio only platforms.
Man.
Yeah. So we interviewed Big Ash,
Yeah.
which is Ashley.
Yeah.
Great freaking interview. Like one of my favorite cigar influencers at this point, because you know what? I interviewed her. It was a great interview. We had a lot of fun.
How long has she been in the game?
A couple of years.
Yeah.
And so we were done. We did the interview and then we were done. I really enjoyed her. She was a great gal. She smokes a lot of good cigars. But then she texted me and said, hey, your cigar event that you're raising money for Cigars for Warriors for the troops overseas, I reached out to a bunch of people I know and hopefully they'll sponsor it. And I'm like, oh, cool, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Dude, we've had people like donating stuff from these people that she reached out to.
Wow.
We didn't even ask her to do that.
That's huge.
So
That's awesome.
I told her, I was like, hey, I don't want you to do a bunch of work for us while you're on vacation with your people.
Right.
And she says, when there's a good cause, it's not
I'm
work
all
for
for
me.
it.
I'm
Yeah,
all
dude.
for it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow.
That's good people.
Right.
That's good people.
That's top level.
That's who you want in your corner.
right.
Yeah.
And I told her, I was like, I feel like I'm in debt to you. And she said, well, you know some Photoshop skills. Like that I do. I made Matt Booth bald.
Hey, so tell me more about the Cigars for Heroes or
Cigars for Warriors.
Cigars for Warriors, right?
And what they do is they, in general, send care packages over to our troops overseas.
Yeah.
A lot of times it's cigars. And we've talked to some of the guys that have received cigars from overseas. And Evan Storm, president of Cigars for Warriors,
Yeah.
told me that their number one request is cigars.
Wow.
The other requests are like magazines, books,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Right.
And they send that stuff too. But the thing about it is with cigars, say you're in a crew of like 8 guys.
Mm-hmm.
You all sit down for a cigar. Now, overseas, you're getting to hang out, smoke a good cigar, and have the experience that you had last Saturday.
Right.
But you're overseas.
Dude, that's bonding.
And that's like letting you escape from where you are
Yeah.
back to home.
Yeah.
Because you don't get that.
Dude, that's huge.
Yeah.
Huge.
And I mean, that's why the number one request is
Cigars.
Because now we can bring the troop together.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
No doubt.
And so, you know, I came up with this crazy idea because I'm a workaholic
Mm-hmm.
and I love doing new stuff.
Hey, you should hit up David Goggins.
I don't know who that is.
Dude, hit him up.
Okay.
David Goggins, if you're listening, badass. Love you. Much respect for everything you've done. Smoke a cigar with my brother. Tell your story. His story beyond anything you've ever heard in your life. The dude went from 320 something pounds. He lost 200 plus pounds in less than 6 months, I believe, to become a Navy fucking SEAL.
Wow.
Yeah.
Navy SEAL.
Navy SEAL, and not just a Navy SEAL, one of the baddest Navy SEALs on the face of the planet to this day. Like, he goes around and gives his spiel, but dude, David Goggins,
We will reach out.
yeah, no doubt.
And if you can help, reach out.
Yeah.
You'd be like, hey, dude, you should be on this show. They're not always dicks, but they are a lot.
But yeah, man, that'd be cool just to spread that word. That'd be really cool.
Yeah. And, you know, I was talking to a friend of mine that is a military vet, and he's been talking to some people, about starting a charity event for soldiers, vets from PTSD.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, we're behind you.
Right.
You let me know when you get it going. We're going to participate in that. Because I know a lot of guys that have been in that situation and are still in that situation.
Yeah.
That we were like, hey, man, if there's something we can do, we want to, give back to that sector.
Right.
But right now, we're doing care packages to troops overseas.
That's huge, man. That's really huge. My buddy, so I think I asked you if you hit up one of my best friends, Lance Cantu.
Yeah, I left him a voicemail. I haven't heard back from him yet.
Yeah.
Did you hear back from him?
I'll hit him up
After
again.
I left my message.
Yeah.
I figured he might reach out to you.
Because
Because it was something.
right. I'll hit him up again because
I left a very explicit voicemail for him.
I know he would love to be a part of that for sure. So I'll even hit him up.
Yeah, you hit him up because I don't think he's going to call me back after the message I left him.
There's no telling. Oh, well, yeah, I think I remember what that message was.
Now you do. Anyway, hey, for you guys that don't know, my baby brother came down on Fridays. I had to work until Saturday at 3, and then we went to Dallas and we saw Billy Strings in concert,
God,
which was freaking
dude.
amazing. I mean, mind
Mind blown.
blown. Boom.
Mind blown.
That's it. That's all you got to say.
Yeah. I mean, and I remember you saying, if I can't see Pink Floyd, which that's the show of shows, Billy Strings is next
right
in
there,
line.
right there.
And he was, and he delivered.
He delivered 100%.
Yeah,
It was
dude.
really amazing.
Yeah, so if y'all haven't seen Billy Strings,
Do it
now.
soon.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, man, hey, brother, I hope you will come back down. And
Yeah.
you've experienced a little bit about what we do here.
Yeah.
We would love to see you here more.
I would love to.
Awesome.
I love everything, dude.
And you know what you could do is you could tell your wife, hey, Mom, I'm gonna give you a break. Load up the 3 boys.
Yeah.
Bring them down here with you because my wife loves that.
Yeah. Dude.
Give your wife a break.
Yeah. She needs it.
Yeah.
She needs it.
You got 3 boys, 8, 4, or 5?
8. Well, about to be 5. And
About to be 5.
10 months,
And then
dude.
10 months. So, yeah.
that'd be a huge load off. But, man, real talk, I can't say enough how much I respect what y'all have done in the last few years with Cigar Talk.
You know what?
To watch.
As someone who has literally become an alcoholic in that time period, I appreciate that. Not a lot. You know what? I feel like I'm not in AA. I'm at the Grammys and they're like, hey, he's drinking a lot. No, we appreciate that. We
Yeah.
really do. Because, our goal is to have fun. That's
Y'all
really
do it.
what our goal is
Yeah.
to have fun. You were here for what happens an hour to an hour and a half before we even start the show.
Right.
And it is 100% good times with friends. That's really what it is.
It is, dude.
And we hope that bleeds into the show. But if it doesn't, don't listen. We're having a good time every week.
And, dude, that community y'all have built, kudos, man. It's a community a lot of people, like I said earlier, not many people have a community like that.
Dude, not at all.
At all.
I mean, when I tell people about our community, I'm like, you got all ages. You got all races.
Yeah.
And you've got a few racist. Oh, no, I usually don't say that. No, but I mean, you have people from all different backgrounds, all ages. I mean, we got guys that are hanging out in their 20s to guys that are hanging out in their 80s.
Yeah, dude. And that's the common bond right there.
Boom.
Common bond.
I mean,
Beautiful.
When you're talking to a dude in his 70s or 80s, my advice is shut the fuck up and listen.
Yep.
Because you're getting gold.
Yep, all day, dude. And I know I've told you, talking to my father-in-law about Vietnam stories, like the stuff that dude shares, like sit back over a beer and a cigar, like
That people don't know.
that people, yeah,
Nobody
dude.
will ever know
No,
because it's history, and you're only going to make money if you make a pretty history.
right.
So those stories don't get told.
Yep.
But when someone feels comfortable enough to share that type of story with you, it's special.
And the world needs a lot more of it.
Oh, I agree.
Authenticity,
Boom.
music, conversation, authenticity,
Boom.
period.
So, well, hey, bro, I appreciate you coming on. We're going to get Bryant back in here, and
Right
he's
on.
probably going to give me some shit because I don't know why, because that's what he does. But anyway, love you, and
you.
hopefully we'll have you back on soon, man.
No doubt. I hope.
All right, bro. Be good. Hey guys, thanks for hanging through the break. We are going to jump into our pick six of the week. We're going to let Bryant go first.
As usual.
I don't know what mine are, but we're going to let you go first.
Okay, starting off, had a Particus Black.
Wow,
I wanted to take that ride again. A long, hard ride.
dude, and that is a great ride to revisit.
Yes.
On a semi-regular basis.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
I'm not going to smoke it every day, all day,
No.
but shoot, every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks, every 4 weeks.
To remember.
That's a stick that's like, forgot about
Yes,
that.
yes,
Yeah,
sir.
good stick.
Number 2 is going to be the Rummelcraft Baka Bantu.
When did you smoke that?
I smoked that Thursday.
Dude, that's a good stick.
Oh.
I haven't seen any Baca in a long time. Like none of them.
Like I keep stuff in my humidor, and certain things I just don't touch. And then you get those days you're like, man, I want a real bad cigar. And it was like somebody had said something about them, and I thought I was like, I got one in my humidor. So Thursday I smoked it, and I'm thankful. Yes, it was in the military Foot Locker.
Military
Yes.
Foot Locker
Yes, sir.
by
Case
Case Elegance.
Elegance.
And yeah, you know, we were talking to some guys at the Leaf, and like Zach told me straight up, he's like, dude, I have so much problems keeping the humidity level in my cigars. And I was like, have you checked out Case Elegance? And he was like, no, I haven't heard of them. And I was like, well, hey, we appreciate you not listening to the show.
Yeah, thank you. We know you couldn't have listened to the show.
Boom. But anyway, I was like, dude, we cut 2 humidors open.
Sure did.
We saw what was inside.
Yes.
And the difference was like,
Drastic.
I mean, when you say night and day,
Hit your thing.
that's it.
It was what?
I mean, night and day.
It was what?
mind blown. Like, I knew Case Elegance was going to be good.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that a humidor in the same price range with the basic same design was going to be so bad.
Yes.
Like not.
Did Case Elegance invite you to cut
Yeah.
theirs open?
No.
No.
Case Elegance didn't say, hey, come cut her. I went to them and I was like, hey, you know what I thought would be fun is to cut your humidor open with one of your competitors. And they were like, yeah, that sounds
so
cool.
good. Okay.
And then, if you guys haven't seen it, Michael Slate, the founder of Case Elegance, joined me for a one-on-one video,
Yes,
which
sir.
is on YouTube only, but you can go check it out. And not only does he talk about advanced humidification, he also talks about how cigar humidors are built. Because when I thought,
Quality ones are built.
but you remember when you became a cigar smoker and you really started getting into it, and I can only imagine that most guys think what I think, and it was, you know what? I could build myself a
No, I didn't
badass
I didn't think
humidor out of all wood.
I didn't think that.
See, I did, and you know what I found out? If you did that, it wouldn't last at all. Because you know what I don't know? I don't know how to build a humidor.
Yeah.
But I thought I did just because I was like, if you get some good cedar,
That's part.
it's a it's a good part of the equation,
But it's
but
just
there's
part.
so much
Yes.
more into it. And so we appreciate Michael Slate coming on the show or the one-on-one interview and giving us that information about what it takes to make a great humidor
Yes, sir.
and how other companies are shortcoming you
Yes, sir.
by, even if they get, here's the thing, you build a $20 cigar humidor. You charge $10 less than Case Elegance. You think you're getting a deal.
Yeah.
And what you're getting is, I showed you the hygrometers.
Yep. Not accurate.
The Case Elegance was spot on at 71% in my humidor. The other one reported 82%. And it was like, wow. So you could be at like 58% humidity and think that you're good
Because they told you
because you're at 68,
Yeah.
69, but because you don't know,
You just rolling.
you
your
think
investment's
now you
going
think
down
there's
the drain.
now you think there's a problem with the cigar.
Yeah. Because your investment's going down the
It's
drain.
not the cigar's fault that
your
you
fault.
have a shitty humidor. So if you haven't reached out to Case Elegance, and I'm going to tell you this, are you aware that they have one of the best customer service
Because we talk about
that's
it.
out there?
We talk about
Like, guys have told me about their experience with their customer service, and it blows me away. We had a Patreon that sent me a picture, and the bottom of his humidor was split. Case Elegance.
it. Yeah.
And I was like, dude,
Call them up.
call him up, send him a picture, and then when you're done, let me know. Because I'm not going to let Case Elegance know that one of my Patreons has a problem.
Yeah.
I want to know how they treat people. And like the day of or the day before that this particular brother of the leaf sent them an email, he realized that he had spilt some distilled water into the humidor. So when that cedar absorbed it, it expanded and it cracked the case open of the bottom of the humidor. So he sent them an email and they're like, yeah, hey, you know what? We're going to send you a new one. And he said, wait a minute. I think maybe I caused it. It's not your fault. They were like, we don't care. We're going to send you a new one. And they didn't just send him a new one. They sent him the next upgrade because the humidor that he had bought was no longer available. So they didn't downgrade him. They upgraded him.
Sir. Yes, sir.
So when I want to do business with a company, that's the kind of business I want to do business with.
Got you. So my number one this week.
Oh,
Is the-
are we doing the pick six?
Yeah, and I done went through two.
All right, cool.
Is-
Larry's like, reel it in, Rob.
The number one this week was the La Aurora, Cameroon.
It's the La Aurora.
La Aurora, Cameroon.
Yeah, I like to do it like a Latino stripper. Oh, Larry said stop.
So
Larry-
what
Larry
were
said
your
stop.
three this week?
I had the Tabernacle Goliath. Why are you laughing? I said it right.
It's the way you said it the first time. Today that just went through my mind. I'm like, well, yeah, he got it right fine.
I did, but the Goliath, which I think is a 58 by 4.5, but it's like the flying pig style. And I don't know what it is that you call that like shape of a Vitola other than the pig, the flying pig. So if you have a cigar that is in that Vitola, I'm going to call it the flying pig, just so you know.
Got you.
But anyway, great stick.
Yes, sir.
You know what I learned about it was a very rich tobacco flavor. But the other thing that I learned was it's not going to knock you out on the complexity.
Got you.
It's a 2-note cigar.
Got you.
When you smoke it, you know it's good. You know it's rich. You know the tobacco is high quality, but the blend is not going to be like a roller coaster.
Right.
It's going to be, this is good, enjoy.
Yeah.
And
Gotcha.
and I did.
Gotcha.
But at the same time, if you're looking for one of those transitional cigars,
That's not it.
that's not your cigar. But it was my first time smoking it. I really enjoyed it.
Gotcha.
And it was like, you know what? That will not make my regular rotation. But when I want to smoke something that is in that profile, that's a great stick.
Yeah, you
right. I want to smoke that stick.
Gotcha.
That's good. And then the next cigar I smoked this week, which is no surprise, is one I smoked earlier tonight. The Riata by Macallan.
And
The
that
6x46 knocks it out.
Yes, sir.
I mean, that's a great stick.
Yes, sir.
And then my third, well, I say third, maybe it's my first,
Okay.
but it's a cigar that I don't smoke often. But it was the what is it?
Hoya.
Hoya del Rey Montefina. No.
He's just made up.
It's the Hoya del Rey Monterey.
Monterey,
There you
okay.
go. The silver edition,
Okay.
blended by AJ.
Yes, sir.
I think it's a great medium plus. And when I say plus, I do mean like not even close to being full blown,
Gotcha.
but a nice like
step up.
boom.
Yeah.
Right. And I think that's a great stick. And dude, it's like $7.45.
In our range.
Boom.
In our range.
Dude, when you find a stick at that quality, at that price, scoop them up.
Yes, sir.
Scoop them up.
Run with them. Run with them.
Because when you have somebody come over to your place and you offer them a cigar of that quality, it's like you win twice. One, they love it. Two, I didn't have to kick out a lot of money on them.
That's correct. That's correct.
But anyway, all right, guys, that's it. I hope it wasn't too far outside of our normal show, but you know, we got some good bourbon.
Yes, sir.
We're going to have a good time.
Yes, sir.
And I hope you enjoy it as well. And until next time,
Keep smoking.
boom.